Welcome to Vintage Power Sports, guys. Today we have this old beater sled. I call it the trail beater, and we're gonna check compression. We're gonna fix the steering. The linkage is broke, so we gotta fix that too. And basically it looks like we might have to pull the motor out to do it. So let's check compression. Maybe we'll rebuild the motor while we have it out. Canada. So I got the plugs out. One's broken. The other one's got a mean bend on it, but they look clean and good to go. So let's get the compression tester out and get this thing compression tested. Here's the old Amazon compression tester. So we'll get that thing in the holes and we'll see what kind of compression we have. I'm gonna start on the PTO side and we'll get a compression reading for this, and then we'll do the magneto side. So our PTO side is just under 100, so that's really low. Let's check the other side. All right, now the stator side. And again, right around 100 pounds, so we need to rebuild this. This motor is getting pretty weak. So first step, I'm gonna take belt cover off, guard off, if I can. We gotta get this belt off. So in order to do that, spread secondary clutch apart a little bit. See if we can get enough. There we go. Our belt's off. We'll stick that aside for now. And next step, we'll take the carbs off, and then we'll start taking the exhaust off, and we'll pull the motor mounts, get the motor out. So a nut driver on here, loosen these clamps off so we could pull the carbs out. Oh my God, that almost went in the spark plug hole. That was crazy and a fluke. And there we have it. Now the carbs should just slide right out of the boots. I'll just leave them aside here. There's the carbs aside. Drop the washer, that's all right. And there's only one spring on the front, so it'll be easy to take off. Spring off. There we go. Put that on my tray. Now the exhaust should come right out. This thing is pretty heavy. The old girl. Put this aside. Ignition wire. This wire here, this black one, single wire. There we go. That's all the engine side wiring taken apart, other than the ignition wiring, which is right here. And now that's apart. I'm probably gonna have to undo the pull cord. I'll have to undo this knot here and tie it up down here so we could drop the engine out with the pull cord out. So the back engine mounts are 14 millimeters. Take those out. And set those in my tray, if it'll come out. There we go, stubborn nut. Now we'll do the other side. The oil hose out of the way. Try to drop a nut in there. And once again, this one's stuck in there too. Just gently massage it out. There we go. Get the washer off the stud. That one doesn't want to move, so maybe we'll get that out after. I'll show you the issue of using shitty tools. Watch this. I don't know if you saw that, but what the hell good is that? So there you have it. Shitty tools, shitty results. Let's see if we can get the job done with this Titan bit here, swivel bit. Still 1/2-inch drive. But it looks like it screws together, so we might have a little better luck with this one. Let's give it a go. So in order to get this out, I had to heat up a 5/8 wrench just so I can maybe scoot it underneath here, get it on the bolt, or on the nut, and impact this one off. And probably have to do the same for the other side. That's the only way I could figure that I could do it. So that's the way we're doing it. So ended up getting the mount out with my new special wrench here. Just a crappy wrench, so heated her up, bent it in the vise, and made a tool to get this out. So now let's do the other side. Huge pain in the ass. Get that guy on the nut. And see if we can that fell down, so we're good. Now it's the last motor mount holding the engine in. Just get this big ass washer off and the nuts in the bottom. I guess it doesn't matter, I can grab that after the engine's out, but here we go. So now all the motor mounts are taken out, the engine's free. So it should be ready to come out, other than this line and the brake line. So we have to get that taken care of, and then the motor comes out. Now that that's all taken care of right here, we've got to get this clip off the oil line. And I'll just stick this bolt in it in the hole just to keep the oil from spilling out and wasting all our oil. So a little compression clip there. And we'll just wiggle this oil line off and jam the bolt in it. Hopefully it doesn't all leak out over the next however long we're working on this guy. And now, other than this vacuum line for the fuel pump, it's ready to come out. No light, working in the dark here. There we go. And that should be everything, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if we can get her out. There's a hole in the engine plate for the speedo cable, so I pulled that out and everything looks to be disconnected. So maybe I'll just step in side here and we'll lift this engine out. Okay, so I'm gonna put the engine down on the floor over here so we can take a look at our steering linkage. There we go. That's where it's gonna sit for the bit. Now let's look at our steering linkage. So this is our issue. That to there, and this is the side that broke. So here's the old joint, and that snapped off. So I bought a new one, and we'll throw it onto that rod and get the steering working again. So here's our new part. And I got this from the Cat Shack down the street from me. And we'll just throw it on. This is the reverse thread side. So we'll just get it out. And check our part. Put the thread right in there, like so. There's no nut. I guess there's no nut on this side. There's one on that side though, so we'll get that one on there too. This one should be the regular threads. Like so. And that's probably pretty close to where it should be. This side will have to go in more because the wheel or the bar straight and the skis straight. That all should line up. Now let's tighten this down. And we'll see. Now we just got to make sure everything's straight. And it looks actually pretty good the way it is. So now our steering linkage is all in and hooked up. We can steer again. Now clean all this junk out of here with the shop vac. Let's clean this all up before we put the engine back in. But the engine needs a rebuild, so we'll do that in another video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Click that like, comment, and please subscribe. Got way more sled stuff coming, and a lot more beater action with the sleds. Take care, guys.
Never go full retard.